Bitcoin is dumping. We're going to take a look at why and all the things going on in TradFi now that spot ETFs are absolutely wrecking regular crypto traders. We also have more data out of the Chinese economy, hinting that India may be ready to take its place. And one of our favorite meme coins, instead of going to the moon, is going to frickin' Mars. All this and more on today's Blockchain Basement. We are the bread and butter of all the information that's been swimming across the internet for crypto news.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Over 2 years, he's made like 17K on Roblox. And he's
What?
Like 12.
You never listen to me, and we must be married. Yeah, well, how much are you investing? $100.
$400,000 to $600,000. The generational signals are now. Now.
You're spread so thin, that's how you get in on Snake. Snake's been my biggest winner.
Welcome on, welcome all to the Blockchain Basement. Boy, oh boy, what a weekend to be in crypto. Absolutely nuts on the charts. Be out there trading this chop. God bless it. This is absolute chaos, I say. We have Bitcoin dumping in usual fashion that we've seen over the past 2 weeks since the ETF has been released. Got some things that happened with Grayscale and Alameda. We'll be digging into it and finding out exactly what happened and should we expect more of this buffoonery from crypto. But first, we had a good weekend. Pretty insane stories we might be talking about today. We were all from, me and Aaron, we basically live in the sticks. We live in the woods, Paulding County.
We do.
So we have some stories about sheds. I had spent quite a bit of time this weekend working on the she shed. It's just about finished.
I want to see pictures of it.
Yeah, I'm going to send pictures. You know what I mean? Wife's moving out. She's moving to the she shed. Absolutely excited about it. And I just emphasize the importance. Take profits, change your life. But Mr. Owen on this.
Owen on the camera.
He's on the camera now.
On the camera.
How are you doing, Owen? How's your weekend?
It was
There you go.
eventful, but not how I planned. So
Okay.
I guess we'll talk about that at some point. I don't know.
Yeah, you seem to have some interesting things occur. Interesting things indeed.
Unfortunate things. But
Yeah. I mean, we've had a mixed bag in crypto. Bitcoin taking a little bit of a haircut. But first things first, we have to talk about this insanity
Don't do it.
with Trumpcoin.
No!
Yes. Yes. We're going there.
I never
Once
bought
again.
it.
Aaron, never bought it. You know what? I didn't buy any of this, but I was excited about it at $4 million market cap.
Nicole told me to.
I know.
Other people in the chat told me to.
I know.
C90 told me not to.
Here's the deal, though, Aaron. As I think that it's better to, have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. I think you loved many more people by being bullish on a project that moons ahead of time rather than just being monetarily entwined to it. It's a meme coin. You know what I mean? We got to be careful.
It does spark joy that other people make money.
It does.
Off of it, for
should.
sure.
It really should, Did you just fix the PTZ from the couch?
Yeah.
No? You did.
Yeah,
I used the
BJ had to
magician.
do it.
Yeah, Trumpcoin. If you guys are, I think our first call about it was at $4 million market cap. I believe it was at this point. If you have been in since then, holy hell, I hope to God you're taking some profits. There is nothing wrong.
That was going to be my question.
Nothing wrong with taking profits on something like this, you guys. This chart, Trumpcoin in comparison to the regular crypto markets, let's hop on over to Coin Market Cap. Unbelievable. I didn't have it open already. Got a couple things to look at here. Bitcoin, first and foremost, sitting right above $40,000. It's, barely, man. This is chaos season right now. We are right on the edge of, breaking some pretty, I mean, this is a month's time frame, and breaking below this shelf right here at 41,800 was the first kind of sign of problems. Came back up to try to get beyond it, just acted as resistance, and now, as you can see, we are on our way down over the past few days here. Been a lot of things happening with Alameda and grayscale in relevance to why this price is crashing. We have quite a bit of stories on that today, but in essence, you know, if you back up, this is way too much time frame. This is like all the way since the beginning. We're gonna go here. This is looking healthy to me. It's still, I know, as chaotic as it may sound right now with all the massive red candles that we're seeing, but you know, I mean, in essence, as long as you can hold above 37.9-ish, 38K, it's going to be looking like a very healthy chart in general to me. But we did have some serious haircuts happen to altcoins. Let's take a quick gander here, see what's changed since the morning. SEI giving a little bit of breath, little chance here. Pyth token on the way down. Near protocol. This one's, I'm glad we held off. I'm glad we held off on this one. This is you see that negative 20% on 7 days.
Dear God.
I just don't think it's time. I mean, there will be a time. I think there's a lot of things going for Near. It's built on Rust. You know, it's an aggressive layer 1, but man, this is not great. You know, and honestly, if your patience is biding your time, we might actually get back down to the levels that it was really popped off. Like if we see Near token at $1.50, I'm going to be taking buy opportunities a little bit more seriously for this token. Potentially even this shelf at $1.90. So I'm keeping that in mind, some give and take. I don't want to be so hard-sided on the entry points that I end up missing, missing opportunity. I have famous last words that I stuck to, and my God, that did not work when I said that Trump token would come back down to a $10 million market cap for me to be interested in buying. That never did happen. It hit $15 million, $14 million, I believe. The time frame I was waiting for that pullback never fully pulled back. And then the media grabbed the narrative by storm again. Contracts still operating. Still looks like a pretty damn good, opportunity. But I am, again, looking for that pullback. I never want to buy huge red candles. That's how you get wrecked. There's all these insane moves that happen all over the place in crypto, and it's easy to get caught kind of chasing that dragon and then missing the opportunities, buying in the low spots instead of just hammering into the green. So just putting that air of caution. And we do have a good chance for those kind of entry points right now, which is pretty relieving to see. It's pretty uncomfortable hammering into projects until recently. Got into Render for like 380, so like Render's one of the projects that I've been definitely eyeballing to get. Pyth network coming down. Let's see about Pyth. Not bad. This is a competitor to Chainlink. A lot of excitements about. I might be looking at this one again, but let's get into the news. Let's talk about what's actually going on. Make sure to follow me on the Twitters at Druth Crypto. There's me with Warrior Poet Society himself, John Lavelle. He walked into the studio full kit one day, and I was about to say
he's been here a couple times.
Yeah, it was amazing. When
they shot some videos here. It's pretty dope.
Absolute G. Make sure to follow him. But here we have the ETF approval was indeed to sell the news event. GBTC sold approximately 60,000 Bitcoin, and other ETFs combined net purchase 72,000. The selling came after short-term traders and whales who took profits after last year's rally. Not from grayscale, says CryptoQuant. So a little bit more to where the selling pressure is coming from, but there's quite a bit to dig into. Before we get into it, too bad, just a good note from Gainsey. Doesn't care if grayscale puke probably creates the last bottom for a parabolic move up. Unless the year is plagued by more FUD and gives institutions more chop to accumulate retail BTC, downside here is around 20%, upside sitting around 250%. Basically paradise for patient rich people and hell for everybody else. And that is the name of the game. It's, holding into hyper profitable areas in crypto is a mental exercise, to say the least. It takes a lot of fortitude. It takes a lot of conviction in your holdings to be able to get to that big green candle. And it does come every 4 years. We've seen it in Bitcoin pretty cyclically. mathematically coded into Bitcoin, thankfully, and then the rest of the markets kind of ebb and flow around that, generally speaking. But you have to have a lot of what they call diamond hands, diamond nuts right now.
Whoa.
You got to hold on hard. And, we have some more talks about Bitcoin plunge. The most important thing out of this I saw was just highlighting this trend line. This is the lower portion of that upswing, and it is trying to punch. It actually has punched below this as of now. I think we're sitting around 40,300. So you have to keep that in mind. This is a time frame where, Max Payne was coming for people that are buying only green candles, because, we're a very volatile moment in Bitcoin. It's trying to find some footing above the 30K mark where it originally started off this really exciting rally. And it's been great, obviously, but you have to understand what goes up must come down, at least in the short term.
Where do you think it's going?
I'm kind of feeling like we might hold that 38K range. Like, I think a nasty red candle down to 38K is feasible.
Yeah. Do you think if it breaks below 40K, people are going to panic?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to drop like
Absolutely.
A rock.
And altcoins, more primarily, like the altcoins will get crushed if that happens. And that's where those insane entry points can come about. You know what I mean? If you have a massive red day like that come for Bitcoin and break some key levels, altcoins will have a very, very hard time. They'll be here around and they'll be making great gains as the years go on. But
more time to buy.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm sniping at. It's not like I'm trying to FUD them. I'm just trying to keep in mind the insane potential for downside action that we could be seeing in the short term. So that's on altcoins specifically. I think Bitcoin's going to hold pretty strong around 38K though.
Okay.
We have this FTX liquidating $1 billion worth of grayscale Bitcoin shares. There have only been $2.8 billion of outflows so far. Important to note, we got a little bit more on this though. FTX was apparently made up of 1/3 of grayscale GPTC outflows before today. That sell pressure is now gone. Makes the net inflows far easier going forward. That's important to note, because if I didn't see any end to that coming, that Bitcoin dumping, then my mindset would be a potential for a 38K wick down to. But if we do take that pressure away, it kind of alleviates some of those worries in my mind. So not looking too bad so far. I mean, there's been quite a bit of ins and outs on ETFs. Yeah, massive volume in, massive volume out.
Is that the piano Matty B?
I think it is. Yeah,
we're zoom out and have a fantastic day.
Yeah, man. We're having Matty B on the show on Wednesday.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, we're gonna have him on the show. He's gonna call in. So shout out to Matty B too, up there in Canada, holding it down like a G.
I love his green. Does he still do the green screens?
Yeah, I think so.
God, those are awesome.
I don't know. I'm always talking to him. He's on his porch. He's just chilling,
That's what's up.
Yeah, man, he's a great guy. Make sure to follow Matty B. Wonderful technical analysis with a hint of musical flavor.
I love it.
So yeah, very nice. So yeah, we're just talking about more of Alameda Research voluntarily dropping the lawsuit filed against Grayscale Investments. This obviously being released in tandem with the FTX dumping of Grayscale Bitcoin shares. But we do have a glimmer of hope shining through the weeds. Jim Cramer says it's unlikely that Bitcoin finds its footing, which we have many thanks to give to Jim Cramer for leveling the markets out in this time of chaos. So big shout out to him. Moving on, Senator Elizabeth Warren gets community noted after claiming that nations are using crypto to dodge sanctions and undermine national security. Let's take a look at what was said. A new US GAO report confirms that rogue nations are using crypto to dodge sanctions, obviously yada yada yada, national security. U.S. Treasury Department's own February 2022 National Money Laundering Risk Assessment report states that fiat is the preferred currency for financial crimes. This is just a side note on, I'm actually thankful for the notes. I was kind of worried about the notes when they rolled out, Twitter notes or fact checking en masse.
Yeah.
These notes have actually been pretty spot on, and they come at very key times. They're even fact checking political people that are trying to foment this narrative, and it kind of dies right there on the vine because everyone goes to Twitter for the news anyways. So
apparently so.
It's true.
That's where everything's announced.
So, that's kind of a positive and it's nice that the fact checking, it doesn't take the post down, because that was always just a major slap in the face, when they would take the post down, they wouldn't let the public have comments on it or shine, kind of their tidbits about what information they have about whatever subject it was. So to see fact check that actually leaves the post up just gives additional context. It's refreshing, Gives it a little hope. Here is George Soros, and it appeared that he had a stroke whilst reading a World Economic Forum script. Oh boy, I don't know if we should play this.
Play it.
Every time I play this, I get banned. We're gonna see.
Boy, it was nice knowing
The
y'all.
thing of the Greenland ice sheet affects ice sheet.
Okay.
How is no one helping him?
Dude, this is elder abuse or something. Like, that looks sketchy.
Man needs to retire, but that is crazy
Just
sad.
relax, bro. Don't try to take over the world no more. You're tired. Let your weakling little son try to do it.
No one was up there to help him, like check on him,
That was
whatever.
awkward.
Just let him go, I
Yeah,
guess.
I don't understand. He was trying to get the point across that the Greenland ice sheet is melting and there's climate emergencies going on that we should all take note of and freak out about. It kind of seemed like a glitch, CMG. I'd agree with you. Potentially needs a reboot. That's accurate.
Yeah, refresh.
Yeah, it's insane how, why is that person still on such a high platform with that performance ability? You know what I mean? It's just like kind of forced. When you see something so forced and contrived, like,
do you think they
just have
should
to have 'em
change
out
the
there.
age that people can be in politicians?
He's he's just a corporate overlord. He's not even in that. That's impossible to control, right?
Yeah.
These are the old school corporate monetary controls that are in the back ear of every government leader, every decision maker on the planet are, dealing with this. It's so, I'm going to get banned but people in this position, I can't say, we need to start streaming on Rumble. You know what I mean? We need to start streaming on Rumble, just for some side chat about what's going on here. It gets worse.
Him and Mitch McConnell would get along.
It gets so bad. This is a Swiss banker at the Davos agenda. Here's what he's got to say about coffee.
We'll be having our coffee before the session, and you raised the coffee example. I'd love just to give you the chance to expand on that.
Basically, the coffee that we all drink emits between 15 and 20 tons of CO2 per ton of coffee. So we should all know that this is every time we drink coffee, we are basically putting CO2 into the atmosphere. One of the reasons is because most of the coffee plantation, or most of the coffee is produced through monoculture, and monoculture is also affected by climate change. The quality of these nature assets is deteriorating quite rapidly.
Good Lord.
What?
Good Lord.
Did that make sense to y'all?
Dude, they're trying to just equate, enjoying a cup of coffee to your carbon footprint is what the groundwork for that is. You know what I mean? This is the type of stuff where, you hear the carbon footprint and all this stuff. You're like, oh, that sounds like not a big deal until they literally start tracking everything that you're doing. Oh my God, we got some breaking price action on the Bitcoin. Let's see here.
What's it doing?
We got a break below 40. We got a break below 40. Oh boy. All right, let's see here. Oh, it's happening. Everybody, it's happening.
Live.
Here we go.
All right, I just asked if it goes below 40, is it going to keep dumping or what?
That's a pretty key, because you see the 40s right before the big upswing there.
Ooh.
So this is something that we're watching pretty closely live. This will be interesting to see if this holds. Probably go down to a lower time frame here, see what the heck's going on. A little bit harder to tell. Really hasn't even, God, that's a strong wick. That's a strong wick. That is from start of the wick up top here at 40,500 all the way down to 39,812. My God. Chaos is coming to altcoins. Chaos is coming.
It's chilling right now, but we'll keep an eye on it, I guess.
Yeah, we got to go.
Let us know in the chat if something changes.
Near still slipping down 10% now. This is going to be, this is buys. Here, this is interesting to watch. AVAX going to hold $30. This is a very key level.
Someone said, sell everything. Panic.
Everybody realize. Oh man, moving quick. We got to keep going through the news. There's a lot to cover. So here is a rare photo of Saddam Hussein's weapon of mass destruction, posted by Illuminati bot. This is what rumored to be the real reason for the 25-year war, which doesn't seem to be slowing down. We do have reports. I don't have the articles up, but it does sound like Biden is preparing for a actual offensive against the Houthis in Yemen, which, on top of everything else, man, where does that leave you? If you're covering almost all ends there, it just really leaves Taiwan and Australia and those nations there to get kicked off. We do see that coming into play in the next few years, or at least I do. But, watching the developments in Yemen, that might be a big red day as well, should that announcement come to fruition. So we also have Amazon got more than 750,000 robots deployed. Here's a view of them. Pretty crazy visual.
What? Is that real?
Yeah, this is Amazon in the era of robotics coming for you. This is why we pivot. This is why we find new ways to make money in this new crazy, insane world. Amazon, man,
they look kind of slow.
They do look kind of slow, but you know what? They're going to be consistent.
And they'll work overnight and everything.
And they'll work overnight, and they won't, they don't have complaints.
RIP to all those jobs.
They don't form unions. It's
people need to learn how to work on robots when they break, I guess.
That's the thing. Yeah, you have to get
Look at that thing bending over.
I know it's lifting.
Oh my gosh,
pretty insane to see. They have these little cart robots.
That's wild.
But they're going to be rolling out. I was waiting for them to roll out that drone program.
And there's no way they're doing the delivery drone stuff. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I wanted to, see if it actually was they were able to pull it off.
I feel like you can, but I feel like if you fly a drone around where we live, someone's going to shoot that sucker down.
It's hard to think it's hard to think about how you employ that into rural America. Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, watching the, kind of the Amazon takeover of retail, plus they're going to be automating it with a lot of machinery, leaves many questions for people in the middle class. That's why it's important to talk about inflation, the potential of Bitcoin as a future of monetary policy, and everything that they can do to change their mindset and actually get in that, money-making mindset instead of just existing. Just existing, I mean, you can do it, but there's things you can do. And, beyond that, you can also, run side businesses, I built fences just a few years ago, and decks for side money. This weekend, we were building. I was working on a shed. I finished the interior of my wife's shed. You have some building going on at your place too, right?
I'm trying to level some. I had to move a lot of dirt in an area that I want to put a shed.
Okay.
It's a 10 by 12, so I had to move some dirt over there. And it's been a process because the dirt, it's very soft. I need it hard and compact to hold the shed. And then I have 9 cinder blocks that I'm trying to level. I got about halfway done, and my lower back was killing me. I had to stop.
I
couldn't finish.
Do you have the ones that don't have any grip hole or anything on
them?
Yeah,
it's like the medium-sized ones. There's like no holes in it. It's just medium-sized or whatever.
And it's all cold, and your fingers are wrapping around
they were stuck to the ground.
I know. I had to do it,
I was like, that's crazy. I had to kick them open. I had to kick them or get a shovel and pry it up or whatever.
This weekend was crazy for weather. Look at this. This is from Reed Timmer. This is a fire truck. Absolutely losing it. This is
who do you call if that crashes?
We also have this angle showing that same, and it did actually hit a car. Look at that.
Oh, it hit a car.
Hit a car, but barely missed the house.
Right into the driveway.
Oh my god!
Barely missed the house. Definitely be careful out there. It was cold. The local store was sold out of heaters. Man, we had a heater blowout this morning. Running so many space heaters.
I'm tired of people running heaters because it blows my computer out when I'm working on the freaking morning live stream. Good thing I saved it, but it's just like, pew, computer down.
They use a lot of energy, man. They use a lot of energy.
Yeah.
Makes you be thankful for heat, just the basic goods. Let's see what else we got here. We talked about Alameda. There's Mr. Jorge Oros. Here is corporate borrowing hitting all-time high. Investment grade companies have issued more than $150 billion worth of bonds through the first 18 days of this year. It's the highest amount in history at this point in the year. So a pretty high rate of borrowing from the corporate side, up to $150 billion already. Not looking great because we also have credit card debt been rising aggressively along with that. This is the whole name of the game, man. Fight against that. Don't get stuck in that rat hole and buried by debt. This is the Hang Seng Index we showed last week. Falling below 15,000 is the same level during the 1997 handover. So pretty low levels. It also hit these ranges in the housing crisis, which is worth noting. Didn't think they noted that David Ingles at David Ingles TV, but it also went pretty well below this in 2007 beginning market crash. So we are watching that. It's playing something interesting on the world scale. India is now set to overtake Hong Kong to become the world's 4th largest stock market. May happen this week, assuming current trajectories hold. Quick zoom in on it. We have the yellow in the India exchange market cap, and the light blue is the Hong Kong exchange market cap. So coming to a crossroads here, it's going to be interesting to see how China handles that whole getting kicked down the pedestal. I mean, I don't think that, personally, I don't think that Xi Jinping's going to sit around and take that. You know what I mean? I don't think that'll sit well with him. So then comes Taiwan, control, grabbing more resources. War is a game of resources. When nations need it, they go grab it. So there's that. We also have Chainlink price action now.
Chainlink.
I'm a huge bull on Chainlink. Right now, its price is pretty opportunistic. We'll go look at this price chart real quick. I think it's sitting around 1480. In general, Chainlink has been performing super strong in comparison to Bitcoin over the last month. If you just take a look at this monthly view on Chainlink, basically stuck in a range between 17.6 and down to, it had a real sharp spike down to 12.8, but really right around the $15 range, $14 range is where it's been sitting. You look at Bitcoin on the month, and it has actually had a pretty hard time in comparison. It's actually lost a little bit in comparison. So, holding Chainlink, it's been great. It's swapping into it since September last year up till now. But, I would not be surprised if I see that $38,000 Bitcoin spike that price down to like $11, maybe even $10. Major opportunity zone for me if I do see that. And I'm a huge fan of Link. So if I do see that price move happen, I'm going to be hammering in pretty well for Chainlink. Now, we also, another one that's been holding up, I want to see where MATIC Polygon is sitting right now, because that, I do believe, has a pretty good opportunity zone built in. But I saw this is the monthly on MATIC. At the beginning of the bear market, MATIC performed very well. But, it's lost a little bit of steam. You can see this is the kind of the beginning of the bear starting off, and MATIC really had a lot of strength at the beginning portion of the Bitcoin and larger crypto bear market. Now we're sitting at 75 cents. I've seen some, here it is, the Polygon price prediction. What happens to MATIC after the shift to Pol? We have MATIC being replaced by a new coin, Pol, which, kind of bearish on that. I'm honestly.
Pol, what is it?
Yeah. Launched on Ethereum mainnet, MATIC holders can swap their tokens for Pol on a 1-to-1 basis. This is going to be interesting to see this roll out. I really wish that the name was different. The Pol name, it just sounds so lame to begin with if I'm just shooting from the hip. But at the core of its off-chain processing is ZK proofs, a groundbreaking cryptographic method. ZK proofs enable one party to verify information to another without divulging the underlying data. That's the simplification of ZK proofs. You're going to be hearing a lot more about them. So that's pretty important context. Polygon 2.0 is designed to unify existing protocols, employing zero-knowledge tech to establish a network of ZK-powered sidechains. This essentially the objective to provide virtually unlimited scalability and a unified liquidity layer, enabling users to interact on the entire network. So we are going to look at this, but this is the price prediction of, let's see here. Let's examine some price prediction. I think this is CCN putting this out, but prediction number 1, 2024 at $1.86, 25. When we're supposedly around like the hype of the bull market.
Doesn't this seem really low?
That seems really low.
Because what was the all-time high last bull run? I feel like it was around that.
I mean, let's take a look. It definitely outperformed those price predictions.
That seems so low.
Let's go to all-time price hit at tops 270.
Yeah, okay.
So they're predicting an even lower high, a pretty well lower high for Polygon in the next bull market.
It has a lot of big partners too.
It has the biggest partners,
like Disney and Starbucks or something like that.
Bad inflation rate either. They do. They have locked up some of the biggest partnerships in crypto. They got Disney, Instagram,
Starbucks.
Yeah, I mean,
come on.
To see this 216. The other predictions are even more bearish. 2025, $2.04. $1.65. I think those are way off, honestly. I think that
those predictions suck.
Yeah, I mean, it hit $20 billion market cap last bull market. I think its trajectory it's at right now, it can definitely do 50 bill, but not surprised and kind of more so expecting it to be in that $100 billion on up club at the next bull market. Polygon is an absolute behemoth. It's locked up quite a bit of the partnerships that are out to get on the biggest names that you want. So I think that this is ridiculous. I think that
people in the chat are agreeing.
Yeah, you agree. Let me know in chat what you think, and let me know in the comments down below. What is your price prediction for Polygon to blow off to in the next bull market, which I'm looking at around 2025? Let me know in the comments if you think different. I think that's just underselling it.
How many people are watching right now?
We got 243 out in the chat. Very nice. Very nice.
What they should do?
What's up?
Smash that like button for us.
That's right. That's right. Helps the channel out a lot, guys. Helps the channel out a lot. We out here, man. We out here grinding on these terrible, chaotic Bitcoin dumps. Wonder if Trump dumped along with the rest of the market. Let's see here.
No, it's probably at $3. My gosh.
$1.59.
I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Hasn't moved much. All right, so we also have this. You showed me some chaos today. Toyota debuting, I think it was actually Johnny. Yeah. Toyota debuts an ultra luxurious SUV.
I'm bearish
convertible.
on this.
You're bearish on this one?
Yeah.
It's kind of awkward. Like,
is it a Lexus or is it actually a Toyota?
This is a Toyota. They roll like the Sumo Foundation.
That sucker
guy.
is bulky.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan.
It's like a Bentley.
It looks like a Bentley.
Exactly like a Rolls.
Rolls. Yeah, Rolls.
Okay.
Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Just looks bulky.
Rolls Royce Ghost. All right, let's do it.
What up, Dirty Dan?
Rolls Royce Ghost. Let's see here.
Some people are saying MATIC $7-8. Yeah, it's
same.
But that one's a little bit more sleek.
The roof's cut off. That's all they did different.
Well, the Toyota one, man, I hate bashing on Toyota, but it looks like a brick.
It does. This looks terrible.
It needs some curves.
I had to FUD my own bags. I had to FUD my own Toyota bags with this one. I'm not a huge fan of this. We showed the $10,000 truck last week that looks dope. I don't know about this one.
I saw another one. Hang on.
Is there a Toyota logo anywhere on the exterior?
I can't tell what's on the front.
I know.
People
we should just
like that.
Let's see here. I want to find more pictures of this thing. It's named something terrible. Last Saturday, Tokyo Century SUV convertible made its
This is the 2024 Land Cruiser.
The 2024 Land Cruiser?
Bro, it looks
look at that.
good.
Land Cruiser?
Yeah, 2024 Land Cruiser.
All right, let's see here. I love car looking.
We'll get back on crypto, but Toyota's very important.
Ooh.
It looks fresh.
Yeah.
And they actually have some, they've actually made some. Like, it's not just renders of it.
This isn't just hopes and dreams.
Yeah.
This thing looks pretty sick. It's got the iForce.
Is it?
I sure hope so. Land Cruiser usually is
They keep jipping us on the best cars in America. They don't let us get those.
Lately, it's been a trend.
Unbelievable. I might be looking at that.
It's fresh though.
Back to crypto. This Polygon, I think that Polygon is going to be capable of somewhere around the $50 to $100 billion market cap. Let's go to coin perspective to get, because I want to. Oh gosh, it took me to coin market cap. Should have had this up already. I'm always
Not
going
built, just thick. That's what people are saying.
Let's go here. Polygon. God, I'm gonna have to call it Paul soon. It should be.
I thought they already changed the name once. Did they?
It went from. They did. It was different at a point. Can't remember what the switch was.
What was it?
This is the second time that they've switched names. Let's see here. So if it hits a 73 bill, that's a $7.88 token. And I think that is more so in the realm of what I'm looking Polygon to perform to. I'm sitting at 70 cents right now. It's a 10x. It's not a bad move at all. I think that this article and these kind of write-ups are definitely underselling it. Another kind of deep pick that Johnny brought to my attention is this Picasso at Picasso_network. New protocol. Going to be watching this one. It looks like they're aiming on the IBC integrations. Welcome to Picasso and Pika, Unified Network for Token Powered Cross Ecosystem IBC. And this is, the very front end. I'm going to be digging more and more into this, but I do think that this would be one of my kind of deeper Degen picks. We also, let me see where else I got here.
Did you answer American?
Oh yeah, what do we got here? Any
question?
objective PP, render, and ICP, 2025 market cap. Yeah, so yeah, I just did the ICP one. I'll go back into it though. Let's do that. I think ICP is going to melt some faces here.
You love some ICP? I
do love my ICP. I'm going to adjust for the inflation. And, I think for where it sits right now, I think that, $100 billion market cap, very attainable. I think it's going to be in the 100 billion up club, sitting at 216. But if it does do the number 5, maybe captures number 6 at what I think will be around the 200 billion mark, we're looking at around $400 a token. So that's what I think is like the strongest case for ICP's price action. If it does fall down to, being in just the top 20, somewhere around the $40 billion, $50 billion market cap, it could see around at $87, So the calls for 50, I think those are well underselling ICP.
Yeah.
And then what was the other? Render. Render is a project I just moved into. They actually have some news on Render. Before I go into this, I gotta get the news out of my brain. They recently released that partnership with Apple on the it's like the Night Vision Pro Quest or whatever. It's like their metaverse system that actually goes live for sale this week. So pretty excited about Render actually having a hand working with Apple in image rendering and finding a use case for blockchains that are based out of AI. You talk a big game, all these things that they put together, but it's nice to see them be put to action. That being said, we got to take account for a little of inflation on the project. And, I don't even know where Render's sitting on market cap right now. Let's look at that for context here.
C90 says it went from MATIC Network, and then Polygon, and then Polygon 2.0.
Yeah.
With the ticker being MATIC now Pol.
Yeah, but that was the difference. They kept the ticker the same. So it really didn't affect much. Now you're typing in the ticker and it's all new and weird. Pol. What is that?
Yeah, I'm not used to that.
It's going to take some getting used to. So you can see you do have a little bit of inflationary pressure for the token, but its market cap sitting at 1.4 bill right now. So, $20 billion market cap, very capturable for this project in the height of the next bull market. This is kind of like the, more conservative look. I mean, I know it's a big number, but in my mind, I feel like $20 billion is very attainable for this project, and we'd be looking at $53 a token. So,
wow.
But that's where the chaos of what today is and the absolute, gut-wrenching red candles that we're seeing. This, if you zoom out in 2 or 3 years from now, is going to sound like child's play. It's going to sound like a little, just a walk in the park, because the true volatility of the market comes once you experience the blow off up and down in crypto. So just be prepared for it. Be mentally prepared for it, because it comes and it gets brutal. Let's see what other things we have today. We covered Picasso, covered this. This is a pangolin. I just realized what this animal is. I thought this is a Pokemon when people were bringing it up.
I was about to say, is that a Pokemon?
It looks like a Pokemon, right? There's a pangolin. I just kind of it blew my mind. I thought that people were referencing Pokemon.
Where does this live? Australia?
That's a good question. I have no idea.
Someone in the chat, let us know.
Yeah, it's apparently endangered though, and I know it exists. But what a
look how
creature.
slow it is. Of course,
this is the kind of scales and protection you need as a crypto holder going through all the FUD though. Here's another one we're watching, kind of a deeper pick. Kelp DAO, very new project. Just integrated. It's a big part of the Ethereum DeFi ecosystem. Heard some pretty exciting, prospects for this. So this, along with Picasso, are kind of the ones that perked my interest as of this morning. Obviously, be doing more research into them to find out more. This is where I kind of went into it. This is where you restake on it. You have to obviously wrap your assets. But just more up and coming brewing Ethereum DeFi projects that I see kind of coming to the surface. Probably going to leave people dumbfounded when the real bull market actually kicks into play. We have this as well, Banana Gun. This is a sniping bot.
What are
an EVM sniping bot for new projects? Has sniping made easy, providing a contract address and investment details, handling the rest. Pretty interesting concept. I haven't looked, I need to actually see if it operates well for me, but the idea of having scam and honeypot protection is what perked my interest.
I've been in a honeypot.
Yeah, man. Finding out what is a honeypot is tough too. You got to go like the old way I've, always do. I go to Dex Screener, and then, you can go down here and actually see if it's a verified contract, if it's a honeypot, what the buy and sell tax is. Important things to note if you are looking into Degen.
I don't remember what exchange I was on or what when I bought it.
What's that?
I don't remember when I got in a honeypot for the first time ever.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It
sucked.
It's probably Uniswap.
I don't remember. It was so long ago.
Yeah. Important little useful tidbit if you are looking at new meme coins or prospective new projects, right? And again, these are, small portions of my portfolio. I just keep that in mind. I'm looking for these tiny 1% plays to turn into becoming, a 10% of the portfolio. Then I pull the profits from that, put it into a little bit bigger of a market cap project, maybe something like Polygon, something like Chainlink, something like Ethereum, ICP, or potentially even Ethereum if that's your squeeze. Let's see here. What else do I got? We covered pretty much all this stuff. I want to go into now. I think that, we have a serious situation. You talked about catching a squirrel.
Yes.
How did you catch a squirrel?
Oh boy, I went to Tractor Supply and I bought a squirrel cage trap thing or whatever. Where it's like it goes in and it hits this little plate and it drops the door.
Really?
So I'm out late Friday night, went out with the family, have dinner stuff, and I come home and I pull up and I'm like, what the heck is that noise? And I go up on the porch and there's a squirrel in the trap. I was like a child. I was so excited.
Did you those might have just, did you hold it?
Heck no.
You didn't?
There's
okay.
I went back to Tractor Supply and bought some heavy duty gloves just in case.
Good call.
It has a handle on it that's guarded, but that thing was making all types of noises at me and stuff.
Did you just get the trap just because you wanted a squirrel? Or
No, there's been some squirrels in my attic and we had some holes patched up. So.
Well, it's been an ongoing thing. You heard these phantom noises. And you
I
always
heard
come
noises
back to work
and
dumbfounded by them.
Yeah, it was crazy. And then I tried peanuts. That didn't work. So I tried peanut butter and the peanut butter got them.
Oh
and then I did some research of I either got to kill the squirrel or relocate it. So I went with the relocating and I looked up how far you have to take them. It said the minimum was 3 miles. But that some squirrels can get back to their nest 15 miles away.
Oh my gosh.
I took this sucker 10.
Did you took him 10 miles out?
Bro, yeah. And when I opened that thing, he flew away. Destroyed my fingernail. But
really?
How does a squirrel make it back to the nest 15 miles away? That's got to be out in the wild. Because I was like, there's no way this sucker's going through all these neighborhoods, these roads, back to my house.
And through backyards. You know what I mean?
It
Think
better
about the
not.
Determination. That's the determination we need in crypto.
But I got that trap set back up again. I'm ready for the next one.
LL Radio Troll. It's relocated 6 feet under. Nice.
No, don't do that.
If I had a 22, I'd probably take it out.
Apparently, relocating can be illegal.
So relocating actually spreads diseases and stuff, apparently. But like I said, I'd take it out if I had a 22, but I'm not about to shoot my AR at the dang squirrel and have the neighbors
in the house.
Yeah, that'd be a problem.
Yeah.
Oh man, look, we keep going. 39.4. We're crashing here. Absolutely thick red candle here. Yuck. Shit. Look at that. That is a huge red candle. So we are going to have some nasty price action probably going on for altcoins right now. Let's see if any major new developments. We're just watching this live. I'm taking the info as it comes. Say down now 13%. Whew. Near 12.5. Wow. We were breaking below the $30 mark on Avalanche. Holy cow. Solana. This is an interesting one to note. We've been waiting. Solana had a just breakneck upswing and been looking at this vertical line, just, kind of waiting for a little bit of a breakdown on it. Let's see what we can hope for on this. Break it up, zoom in a little bit here. So this shelf is around $72, where it looks like a pretty good amount of buying volume happened, buying and selling, creating that little shelf there. But the next level below that, a lot of people are watching for a $60 entry point on Solana. So that is something to keep in mind. Man, it is getting wicked out there on the charts. Absolutely huge downswing. Wonder if we have any breaking news. Pull me down. I want to find and see if I can weed around and see what else is brewing on.
I gotta interrupt you for a second while you look for that. Someone asks, if you didn't blindfold the squirrel during the drive, then he will find the way back. I put a towel over the cage so he couldn't see and to keep him a little warm, okay?
Oh my gosh.
I'm a little nice.
And pull the screen down here. I gotta do some what are you are you tripping? No, I wanna yeah. I gotta text. I gotta go floating around Twitter, and they have insane shit on Twitter. So you got to be careful here. So let's see here. Bitcoin dump. Just gonna do some live view of any new information about grayscale Bitcoin coming over to exchanges, because something in me tells me that there's something connected there. Man, this is happening. It's happening right in front of my face. I gotta find out. Man, this is a chaotic time. I think it's time to go shopping right now. I feel like with this huge dip, massive red candle. Let's go to my next targets list here. Next targets. What do we got? Injective coming down by 8%. I like seeing that. What's that?
Do you want me to show it now?
Oh, yeah. Pull up my screen. Okay. I couldn't find anything. There's no breaking news. There's no reason about why it's breaking down yet.
Okay.
We got it in the chat. It looks like they moved 15,000 more Bitcoin. Hot damn. This is just, we were begging and begging and begging for TradFi to come in and save the day and pump our bags. And now it's just like over the last 2 weeks, you just get waken up by a gigantic hot Carl on your face. Just the TradFi just dumping on your face. It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing.
There's red in the streets.
Yeah, Thorchain down by 8%. God dang, Libra. Maple's actually, we'll see if it holds at $12. I'm kind of surprised Maple's still holding up here. Picasso down by 15%. I might have to be doing a little bit extra shopping today. Man, this has got my goat going. This is exciting. This is the hard part in me is, do I wait for $60 Solana? Because I know Solana is kind of on the top of my get list. Cardano sitting at 47 cents.
Wow, Cardano.
Yeah.
Chill, bro.
Cardano. Yeah, it's shaving off.
Load up.
Let's see here. Cosmos Atom. But Injective's that hot new. I think seeing this, I'd probably be targeting a $60 Solana. And let's see where I can try to get into Injective if this sell-off keeps going. You can target, God, it's already below that. Oh, it's right at $30. So Injective is inches away from this short-term shelf it had before it continued its rally. But this stuff might have the trajectory to get us at least near $20. If I see anything around a $20 Injective, I'd be back in the truck up on that one. Hot damn.
Back out of the truck.
What a day.
People in the chat, what are you buying? What are you buying?
That's the hard call. Yeah, let us know. It's actually happening right now. So
do I just keep buying Cardano? Do I buy something else?
Let's talk about that. Because I feel strongly about Cardano.
Me too.
Something holds me back from buying a huge bag at 50 cents though, for some reason.
Yeah.
And something does. I don't know what it is. It's like Charles Hoskinson, he's doing something that's so good for humanity. I'm almost bearish on it actually happening because maybe I'm so jaded by stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's because I met Charles Hoskinson and he was fantastic.
I was with you.
You were there. You were there. He's a fantastic person, very intelligent, great initiatives, decentralization for proof of stake, a great concept. I worry about him being, so openly exposed while the
you don't trust this man
system. I want to trust that man.
Oh, and zoom in on this.
Yeah.
Is this from this weekend?
I
can't
think
do that while I'm sitting down.
No, that looks fine.
Look at this.
He's sitting there chilling.
I trust this man right here with my bag.
Dude, maybe Cardano's the move. I'm sitting there waiting for those injective and let us know in the chat. Are you going for Cardano at these levels or Solana?
I don't know.
Because Solana has had way more of an upswing in the short term. Like last few months, it went to like $121. So like that was a really violent move up. I'll see if I actually
Nicole said Trump. Someone said Sol.
More Trump coin. Here's something to keep in mind on Solana. I'll go to this guy. This guy, Pentoshi Europang at Pentoshi1. Let's go to his Solana graph. So he had this originally in December 2023. This is on the 22nd. He posted this. I was wrong last time on Solana, so maybe I'm wrong this time. Nature of the game. But I do think we'll get up to buy quite a bit lower than the next few weeks. They have a shot at compounding or reloading. This is actually what he was looking at. This is $121, which is actually around where it hit. And he was thinking that it was going to spike just slightly below that, but then retrace all the way back down to 67.95 or 67.65. You can see when you're zoomed in here on the candle side, there is a little bit of shelf and buying interest and selling interest that was built up there. And previously, you had that stumble right at that level of $67, and it tried to hold itself. This breakdown to that level, you could essentially think of that in that regard too, as acting as some sort of a barrier before lower lows came. So
Crypto Steve is being a bad influence in the chat.
Dog with hat.
I'm not buying it. He also said Pepe.
Dog with hat. Yeah, maybe dog with hat shaved off a bunch. Let's see here. Birdeye.so.
The chat is very divided on Cardano. Some say to the moon. Others are saying it sucks.
Really? Yeah. I know it's such a hot debate on if Cardano is going to be the next big thing. You know what I mean? And the tech is strong. There's been a little bit of worries about the difficulties in developing it. Oh my gosh, dog with hat. What is going on here?
I'm not touching it.
Oh my gosh. Not well for dog with hat. Oh boy. Okay. That is an issue. We have an issue. Dog with hat, don't be surprised if it keeps going back down to this original stumble too. This is around 18 cents. There was the race between which is going to be the first meme coin to $1, dog with hat or Trump token. I think that Trump token won that one, sitting at $1.40. And dog with hat sitting at right around 26 cents. My God.
I hope I'm wrong about Trump. I hope I'm wrong.
You hope you're wrong? What do you think? What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. I just hope I'm wrong so people that have bought it, like in the chat, make more money.
Oh, yeah.
And then I can be like, I didn't buy it.
Oh, man. I'm not going to get dog with hat right now. This looks like it's just on its way back down. I mean, it could resurge, but if that short-term pain for Solana plays out like we were just looking at, I mean, that's going to be pretty painful for the meme coin ecosystem within it. So you got to keep that in mind,
What about Bonk? People in the chat are saying they're buying Bonk. I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about Bonk. It got really popular when I was traveling.
It was like a meme coin that had like ties to Sam Bankman-Fried. I don't think that he necessarily was part of the developing it, but he was like a meme coin based around that whole time frame of the collapse. It was actually had a really horrible time around original release because of that. Let's look at the price. Let's see where Bonk is. Give it a moment. It's fallen by 10% today, but honestly, in relativity to the rest of the market, pretty much.
Is it just a meme or is it more than a meme?
Oh, this is purely a meme. This is purely a meme. And the thing that was really weird is that this absolute perfect peak was when the Solana phone rolled out. And
I knew that the Solana phones had Bonk on it.
Yeah, and the Solana phone with Bonk on it, I mean, that could be, if you think about it, it's a long-term, potentially more bullish thing because it might create like this floor of people that just hold the Bonk because they received it. You know what I mean? That actually might, in a backwards way, be positive for it.
Did the price go up because Solana said that Bonk would be on the phones?
No, it had a lot of hype before that. You know what I mean? It did have a lot of hype before that. So, I mean, this is one of those chaotic things. It's at the more so when I'm in a situation looking at a meme coin like this, I like to look at the market cap. It's at a $666 million market cap. First of all, I'm out. Oh, now it's 665. All right, I'll think about it. So, second of all,
oh, it was added to Coinbase. Someone said that's why the price went up. That would make sense.
As it was added to Coinbase too. Let's see here. This thing.
I missed the whole bonk hype because I was on my honeymoon, so I wasn't focused on crypto.
Yeah.
There.
I mean, it kind of came out of nowhere. Honestly, it was like when Solana started ripping again.
Yeah.
You know, then people just looked for meme coins on Solana. And that's where the whole thought process of like looking for meme coins on Avalanche comes into play. We're trying to front run some of these things so you're not part of like the massive amount of people that just hear about the meme coins as they spike up and get really crazy. Then you're part of that group of people that's buying that green candle, right?
Man, if you bought Bonk before Coinbase,
I know, but that's about being a Solana maxi provided for people, and that's so the people had conviction in Solana. And like when the major FUD was going against it, I was like, even if you try to FUD this thing to the ground, NFT people love it. You know what I mean? So I was thinking originally it was only gonna, be capable of at least holding $100 per coin at the next peak. But now I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm not gonna be surprised if this thing goes from $400, $600 a token.
A token?
Yes.
Bonk.
No, Solana.
Oh, Solana.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Bonk. I was like,
oh my God. It's got tons of zeros in front of it. I mean, like, look, it's at $667 million market cap right now. If you zoom in a little bit more, I guess it's worth doing just a little bit. Let's do this. Let's go here and just cut away all that. So you look at that, it is punching down to a previous, I guess you could call this support. This is a meme coin, keep in mind, but it is punching right down to that level. Massive market sell-off. If this massive market sell-off doesn't have the capability of punching it down to those previous lows, it's probably going to thrive, man. I've seen this, I was hoping for lower lows on Trumpcoin when the graph looked like this as well.
Yeah.
But if it does find that, healthy, slight interest on volume buying in this range, that's where you see a little bit of a shelf built and then on upwards from there, man. It's the chaos of crypto markets. So don't be surprised about that. I never like to bet against those foolish notions like, everyone said $1 billion meme coin is ridiculous. We've seen like 2 or 3 of them already in this cycle just come out of nowhere, like Pepe. And Pepe caught a lot of people by surprise. Didn't catch me by surprise. I knew Pepe meme for years.
Yeah, that's why I thought it would do well, is because it's been an internet meme for a hot minute.
Absolutely.
I knew it'd take off.
Absolutely. And I'm a little salty about MoonPay blocking my purchases of Pepe on Bitcoin ordinals, or me trying to hammer into Ordi on the ordinal side, BRC20s. But you can't catch them all. At least we can still talk about them before they go parabolic. But things move so fast, you kind of got to pick and choose your favorite narratives that you think are the strongest use case. You have this ZK knowledge narrative rolling out. You have RWAs, which is real world assets. They're going to be backing like tokens with real estate, tokenized real estate. That's nice. Whole separate niche. And there's tons to dig in there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I guess the moral of that, and when I'm talking about it, is that it pays to have focus. You have to be able to focus in on, what are your thoughts on what's going to be the most useful? Is it going to be a new layer 1, something to compete with Ethereum, or is it going to be like an addition to Ethereum on the layer 2 side? It's a tough call to make. SNEC coin, since we're looking at chaos here, I'm going into SNEC coin. Let's see here. Where's the tap tools, I believe? Yeah, SNEC price. Here we go. Yeah, I've been using tap tools. I like tap tools.
Is SNEC doing anything cool? What are they doing besides their energy drink?
I mean, they have the energy drink, which is a real product.
Yeah.
Real world asset right now.
I still haven't had one.
Pros base. Have you guys looked into Pros base on RWA space? I'll check it out. Send me a reminder. Make sure if you're not in Discord already, join the Discord. That's where you can drop me notes. I am getting more active and more focused on the Discord. Now the holidays are gone and the shed's built.
Thank God.
I know it was a lot of work, man. It's a lot of work.
I'll be happy when it's done.
Now, I have to do the daughter's walls next. I got to redo her walls. It's paneling. We got old school house.
Yeah.
So when you realize something's paneling, I can't sleep at night. I know that there's not drywall there. It just bothers me. SNEC. Let's see here. So SNEC's actually not looking too bad. This might be a decent moment to pounce. I do worry about the inflationary nature of SNEC in general, but it is where tons of volume is actually happening in the ecosystem of Cardano. So I got to keep that in mind. Go to the all-time. Actually, that's not that bad. Not that bad. Not that bad at all. I can't remember which meme coin it was that had a very jackknifed view. This actually doesn't spark a lot of anger. So Snake coming back down. This is another pretty damn important level that it's at. It had a moment of support, then lost it, trying to get it back to support this level that it's at essentially right now. In the past, when it originally had its first run up and a stumble here before the blow off top, now we're coming back down to those levels. This is where legends are made. This is where it looks super bloody. My God, just a chaos in the markets. Everything's going to zero. Oh my God, we were wrong. Bitcoin's crashing. And here we are with good buying opportunities. So
boom,
you got to kind of pick your poison on which ecosystem. Like if you're most bullish on Solana,
a lot of people like the meme coins.
I know the meme coins. I mean, they've been doing good. You know, like well, not all of them, some of them. Like Trumpcoin, done well, but a lot of the meme coins are not having a good time right now. How much land do I have? It's 2 acres. You know something about that? I have my neighbor is selling my house right now.
Selling their house?
Selling their house. Yeah. But it's basically on my property.
Uh-huh.
And the real estate agent invited there was an open house. So it's normal to invite people to see an open house, right? They all parked on my land. They parked on my prairie.
Ooh, that would
you know what I mean?
Me off.
I was like out there working and I look down there and I see freaking 6 cars lined up. And I tried to call them a few times and they like came out because I was standing out there trying to get a hold of them. And they came out. I was very nice about it, but I had to be that guy to get off my lawn. You know, like I'm sorry. You know, and what weirded me out about this is that the guy who's selling the house, he mowed that part particularly.
Interesting.
And I was like, why are you doing that? You know, are you just trying to claim it for the short-term parking? Like, what logic is it?
Do you like the neighbor?
Not necessarily. I've really tried to, and he says some really weird shit. Like, he always is trying to... Apparently, he had the cops over there, like, a few times.
He might be mowing it to make it look like
that's what
he's got more land.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And so then I went to the real estate agent. I was like, are you and me on the same page about property lines? Can you show me what property lines you're operating off of? Because I had mine pulled up. I was like, it's pretty easy to show. And he's like, oh, yeah. I was like, well, so why is everyone parked here? It was like, well, we're just making it. I was like, no, it's,
buy the house.
Yeah, you got an offer on the land you can give me? I wouldn't sell it to him anyways, but
charge them for parking.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I was very nice, but sometimes you just got to tell them, get off my lawn. Sometimes got 2K on Avalanche. That's a good move on Avalanche. That's a big move. I think Avalanche is bullish. Holding around this $29, $30. I mean, it just broke $30 as we were watching the charts go nuts. Let's see here. Now your neighbor knows how you really feel. It's true. Deezy's sold his hoodie collection for Bored Ape coins. Ouch. Nice
Who
move
did
on
this?
No, I was talking. Yeah, it's his username. He's got, it's a moving target. Let's see here. The guy with hat haven't told a single word. Oh, is that you, Owen? Owen's running the sticks.
With the hat, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know anyone was sitting
camera,
there. Camo joke.
Had to fill a seat.
Owen's the man he's the ghost in the machine.
The guy with the hat.
You came in wearing camo as well.
Hat.
We don't have the same camo, but it's pretty close. I appreciate it.
We just needed someone in the seat. We didn't want to make it look like a,
Well, we got Hannah's out at
she's in New York.
And then BJ's going to Nam.
Where?
Well, not Vietnam. Okay. He's going to NAM. It's a music conference. He's selling the thumb fin. So, shout out to BJ. He's out there getting his hustle on, being an entrepreneur.
Smells a lot better in here today.
Oh, my gosh. Even with your fart. Unbelievable. But, yeah, we're going to go get ATB ready. Got to send some shout outs to the people coming on that show. We'll have Piano Matty B on the show on Wednesday, so looking forward to that. And we'll see if Bitcoin can hold this level it's at. I think it's coming around. We'll do one last check in before we sign off here. It's right around 39,800. So the real chaos hasn't really begun yet. It has punched down quite a bit, though, down 4.5% nearly on the day. So keep your wits about you. Have type stats if you are trading this chaos right now. Appreciate every single one of you out in the chat. Ian Diaz,
over 300 of them.
I know, yeah. Shout out to y'all coming on the show. Share this out to the Twitter, the interwebs as you know it. Get our YouTube out there. We're about to break 16K subscribers.
Boom.
Pretty excited about it. So thank you for joining everyone out there in the chat, and we will see you tomorrow in the afternoon. Goodbye.
Peace.